another thing that you can do is play around with the rhythm of that. So I guess that would be the combination of doing the filler notes and not doing the filler notes, but an idea is, so sometimes we're just like holding on the note. Or something? Yeah, it's just that quarter note. So it's, instead of the melody was, so we had that same quarter note rhythm there. So instead of filling it up with the eighth notes, I'm going to occasionally not put in those filler notes. You could do that on any note. Combination of notes. It's just which one do you want to play longer and skip out on the next one. Okay. It's keeping track of the melody in your head though. Always having that melody run is really helpful. Okay. So I would recommend doing this with a basic melody playing underneath you, because then if you are doing something that doesn't work with the melody, you're going to hear it really quickly. Right. Yeah. And also a lot of little scales, a lot of running up to a note. So notice on the second and fourth phrases, I did the same thing that I had done on the A part for variations. So the B part variation, we can run up the scale. Right, and you can do a variety of different bowings to give yourself a different attitude for that too. So if you do a slur, it's a little sweeter, but if you, so it would be an up bow pickup, up bow. Yeah, it's just a little fiery. Cool. More. Yeah. So those are different options. And I'm doing something really subtle that at first couple of listens you might not hear, but when I'm playing that, before I play the A, I'm playing the G just a little bit longer. So either bowing, I'm doing that. Okay. So let's do it with the separate bowing first, which will sound like, right, it's easier to hear it that way. Let's do it one more time so we can all hear it. Right, now if you're doing that with a down bow slur, you have to do it with a push, an accent in the middle of your slur. Yeah, so it's a little bit slinkier. Let's try that again. And, yeah. So, always hearing that G sharp to the A push, but it's what you do with your bowing. Okay. So once we get to that A, I do a really signature old-time bowing type of thing. It's like a standard old-time bowing thing, which is called a rock up, which is when we do a down bow, we go down to the string below it, and then rock up again. So it's down, rock up. Okay. Great. And when you do, let's do that 2 more times. And again. Right. So there are lots of different ways to put this in any type of tune. So keep that bowing in the back of your mind. But you can do that and add a double stop in. So on the up bow, the last part of the bow, make it be a double stop. Okay. Yeah, again. Right. So I'm just doing a little rock up. So I know I wanted to put it into context, so I gave you too much information there. But we had just walked up. We were on a down bow. Right. And then I did another one of those little bluesy type things. So from the rock up, oh, Liza, That's still the basic melody. So that whole phrase. Let's try that. Nice. Again, let's do it all on a down bow. So the down bow. The pickup's all on a down bow. Start on the up bow. So, and nice. Okay. And then instead of sometimes I go. So instead of going down, I go up. So we do the rock up. So instead of the open E, play the E, the A again. So the new part is do that. Right. So it just gives it a whinier sound.
Yeah.
Oh, Liza. Try with me. We'll do up bows. Again before we get to the B. And good. And I just realized that I had been doing something on camera that I didn't talk about, but you could, so it's a 3-note pickup. In classical music, we know there are a variety of ways to bow that. We could do all in a down bow into the downbeat. So that's what we did with the slur. Or we could do all separate starting in an up bow. Or we could start on a down bow and slur too. Which I was doing previously, so I just wanted to go over that. So down, right. So that's another way to bow that pickup. So all those things that we know from orchestra still apply for good things like that. Okay, so the two variations that we have, we could go or. So they're both the same phrase. But so let's do the first one with a slur, a down bow slur, and we're going to go down to the E. So it will sound like. That's the first one I taught you. Good. Okay, let's do the second phrase for right now. We already know how to do the second phrase. Good, and if we're being fancy, we would do. Crawl up. Let's do where we just ended up on an up bow, so let's do a down, up. Go up to the B. Good, and then right, so you just played a different B part. You could play a different B part every time, but they're really similar, and it's all the same foundational stuff of it still being the melody. So those are some options.